Good evening, good night, good evening, good night, whatever, wherever you are. Good afternoon if you're in other parts of the world. I am KG Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. Welcome to a KG After Dark. Let's talk Houston Rockets After Dark edition. Talking Rockets win. Rockets 121, Minnesota 115. It was an interesting ball game. I'm kind of curious your thoughts on what you saw. First quarter. Rockets were lights out in the first quarter, outscored Minnesota 48-38 in the first quarter with some ridiculously hot shooting. 17 for 23 from the floor in that first quarter, 6 for 8 from three, which clearly, that first quarter deserved this a few times.
In your face, swish. In your face, swish. In your face, swish.
Alas, the second quarter started, and then Rockets came back down to earth, going 8 for 23 in that second quarter. And y'all know that's how we do it here on this show, what that entails, because there was a lot of it in that second quarter. A lot of this. Brick, 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 brick. But bottom line, as the ticker states, as the ticker indicates, it's a dub. Rockets got the win, 121-115 over Minnesota. Let's get into the comments. Salute to everybody staying up late. Solo, how are you doing? Justin, how are you doing? Great stat right here. The Rockets are now 9-0 this season when Jalen Green scores 30 points, at least 30 points. As Solo's first comment, Jabari, good to have Jabari back. Got a little stat line on Jabari. He played well coming off the bench. 15 points, 5 for 9 from the floor, 4 for 6 from three, 9 rebounds, 5 turnovers, a bad foul down the stretch. But Jabari playing, did y'all notice the what I'm trying to say? The Cam Whitmore sitting on the bench, kind of his expression, his mood, his vibe, he was kind of displaying when the cameras caught him. Yeah, kind of interesting. Steven, how you doing, man? Long time no see. Thank you for chiming in. Doing little shows, the shows are a little different now. These are post-game shows after Rockets games. So thank you for chiming in. Late night here. Possibly going to do a late night tomorrow. I'm not sure about it because I'll be at the women's game watching the Cougars lose to Arizona. One of the last few games with Coach Ronald Huey as head coach of Houston. Rockets are at Utah. 8:30 start. So I might be able to catch the late second quarter and then the second half. So we'll see. But Edward, how are you? Thank you for chiming in. Justin, with Jabari back, he, as in Cam, probably won't see the floor. Packaging for a trade. Justin is consistent with that. He wants Cam gone this summer. So Steven, catch you up to speed on that one. Justin wants Cam Whitmore traded this summer. Minnesota, Anthony Edwards. A little bit of everything from Ant-Man. 37 points, but only 3 points in the fourth quarter. 1 for 6 from the floor, including 1 for 4 from three. Rockets tried to force him to give up the basketball, make his teammates beat them, and they didn't do it enough in that fourth quarter. Overall, Rockets shooting numbers, 42 for 84, 50%, 13 for 26 from three. Missed 8 free throws. 20 turnovers. Jabari had 5 of them. Jalen had 4 of them. Alperen Sengun had a strange game. 24 points, 13 rebounds. That sounds great. 8 turnovers, 8 for 21 from the floor. Missed a lot of chippies, shots rolled around the rim. But he made 8 of 10 free throws. So he had an interesting game, interesting stat line, but it's a win. And that's all that matters. It's a win. It's just, we're not bashing him. We're not bashing him, KD. You see how he sat on the bench. He looked disengaged. He didn't want to be there. Like he's bummed about not playing. Hey man, you're team players, team sport. Big glad your team won. So that's what I'm saying. I saw cameras caught him panning to the bench. He just seemed like that's what I saw. That's what I saw. So and I'm not one to make. That's just observation. But June, how are you doing? Thank you for chiming in as well. The rest gave Jalen some time to rest his injured leg and knee, so he's fresh again. That's why he scored 35 points in the game against elite defender. Justin with his comment, Cam has a bad attitude and even called out the coach in the local media. Steven going here. Green baby mama, which one was at the game? Explained the 35 points on 30 plus shots. His game was different. He only took 24 shots though. He didn't take 30. But Jalen, his game was interesting too. But he scored 9 of his 35 points in the fourth quarter. 5 for 11 from 3. As I said, he missed 3 free throws. 6 for 9 from the free throw line. Didn't hurt them. Didn't cost the Rockets the win. Thompson, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 0 turnovers. Made all 3 of his free throws. So this game had a little bit of everything. First quarter, 48 points in the first quarter. First quarter, Rockets were hot. A lot of open looks. Defense seemed optional by both squads in that first quarter. Game kind of settled down after that. So it's just like, it's a win. Naz Reid getting in foul trouble was a factor. But it was. So see Solo saying, at least Reid was talking to the guys on the bench like Jeff Green. Even Cam wasn't doing that tonight. Hey, we see what we see. Terry, how are you doing? Chiming in. Appreciate it. But Jalen did have one of the few plus minuses, positive plus minus for the Rockets, plus 18. Şengün, like I said, Alpe's game was unique. It was, he filled the stat sheet, 13 rebounds, 8 turnovers, 8 for 10 from the line, 8 for 21 from the floor, attempted 2 threes, didn't make any threes. It's just, Aaron Holiday had a personal 8-0 run. Rockets were down 91-90. Aaron scored 8 straight points to put him up 7. He made 2 threes and 2 free throws in that run. But he's more suited, as y'all know, as y'all have stated many times on these shows. Aaron's job is to shoot. His job is not to facilitate. So that's what he did. 10 points in 18 minutes. 2 for 6 from the floor, 4 for 5 from the free throw line. His 2 shots he made were 3-point attempts. So of the team's 20 turnovers, Şengün had 8, Jabari had 5, Jalen had 4. 3 guys combined for 17 of the team's 20 turnovers. Minnesota scored 26 points off those turnovers. Minnesota, on the other hand, only had 9 turnovers. Rockets scored 8 points off of those 9 turnovers. But see, that's 24-13 sounds good. Then if you'd have seen Alpi play, you saw how much he struggled. Some of the double teams, he was late in recognizing double teams. He was late in taking some shots, attacking. He had problems against Anthony Edwards in the post. But hey, it's a win. Rockets won the head-to-head series, regular season series ends up 2-2. Rockets are 35-21 now. Minnesota is 31-26. Rockets still in that fourth spot. He took 9 free throws, 11 3-pointers. The last 3-pointer he made, he was fouled on. I thought there was some contact there. Some. He had a good balance here. 13 twos, 11 threes. I'd probably like him to take a little bit more twos, attack the basket more. But Steven asked a question, with Jabari back, he's curious to know my thoughts on the best starting five for the best starting five. It's just stick with what it is right now. Because Dylan Brooks is percentage-wise the best three-point shooter. Jabari come off the bench. He still played 38 minutes. Yeah, first game back. He played 38 minutes. So he played starters minutes coming off the bench. Just an example, like I said, at times it doesn't matter who starts. It matters who finishes. 38 minutes. 38 minutes for Jabari. Tari played 26. Jabari played the third most minutes of any Rocket. Jalen played 39-15. Amin 39-44. Jabari 38 even. Alpi 35-54. Dylan 30. Tari 26. I will say this, going backwards. I was disappointed that no Rocket touched up Jaden McDaniels in the first quarter for what he did scoring that last bucket in the game 2 weeks ago. Like, it mean like no hip check, no shoulder nudge, nothing. They're just, y'all call yourselves the bad boys? Y'all think y'all are the bad boys just because you talk trash? Yeah, please. But Fred VanVleet, the chance he'll play in Utah on Saturday. Rockets need him. Rockets had a few good looks against the Minnesota zone defense. It was like they looked like they spent time working on attacking the zone during this time off. It worked a little bit, so I was glad to see that. I didn't have to shake my head like, what the hell are they doing kind of stuff, that kind of vibe. But yes, we're talking about a Rockets win. First game after the All-Star break. Got good production from a lot of people, a lot of players. Jabari Smith got his wish. He said 10 days ago, his goal was to return February 21st, and he did it. And overall, he played well. Shot the ball well from 3. Rebounded the ball well as well. Just had 5 other teams, 20 miscues. So 15 points, 9 boards in 38 minutes. Good numbers for him. Anthony Edwards. He's Anthony Edwards. 14 threes. He's just too athletic for me to take that many threes. I don't care. I know he's leading the league and making threes or whatever this year. It's just too many threes. He's settled too many times. 34 points after 3 quarters. Finished the game with 37. Rockets say thank you very much. Suns are losing. Keep on losing. They lost 4 straight. But, that's great for the Rockets. Get that pick. And will be top 5 in the MVP voting. Hell of a talent. I still think he takes too many threes. As Edwards following Solo's direction, Suns pick's looking really good. Yep, it is. Jerry, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Jerry, how you doing? Is it me or did this game last a really long time? Kind of. The late start kind of threw everything off too. Space Age, I know we're kind of hard on Alpy and Green, but the disrespect by the refs, they just don't get the calls like the other stars. Well, I mean, got to get in the playoffs first. Stars get things done in the playoffs. Justin, what do we think about Memphis talking about moving Ja Morant? I'll believe it when I see it. That might be more because of his off-court issues. Well, and I could say this: Alpy looked like he was in a boxing match. He had an elbow in Luka Garza's chest that could have been called offensive foul. That wasn't called. Give and take. I mean, that was, and the Timberwolves beat writer complained that Şengün gets away with the extending his arm too much. So different perspective. So you guys are saying Şengün does not get enough calls in his favor. Outside of here, folks say he's getting too many calls to go his way, and not enough calls going against him. Who do I think the Rockets would consider drafting with the Suns pick? Unless they win the lottery, land up in the top 1, 2, or 3, they're probably going to trade it. Too many youngsters as it is on this team who don't play consistent minutes. Well, Tari won't play back-to-back. Most likely Steven Adams won't either, so they should get a chance to play Saturday against Utah. Yes, against the Jazz. Game they should win. No worries about that, Jerry. No worries at all, man. The show's here. Trying to keep pressing forward. Still looking for a sponsor, underwriter for the Rocket shows, which ironically is more popular than everything else here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Those shows have sponsors. This one doesn't. Got to change that. Hope to change that. And see, Terry comes from this angle. Says Alpy flops a lot. Well, if he's flopping, then he won't get a lot of calls from refs. So, Tari still, yes, he sure does. He still has tunnel vision. Yes, he does. He sure does. Space Age. I'm tired. Space Age is tired of small guards. Needs some size at the point guard position. Wish we could get LaMelo, but that's a dream. Yep. No, the Cougs are not more popular. Not on these shows. No, they're not. More viewers watch the Rocket shows than my Coug shows, but I have sponsors for the Coug shows and not the Rocket shows. So that's kind of backwards. And the Cougs season tournament time starts in like 2 weeks. Rockets still be gone. Rockets gonna be gone till May, most likely. But yeah, Justin discussing the IQ again. My Rockets players have low IQ. Spar did he did make some "what are you doing" kind of stuff. Yep. Terry with yeah. Stephon Castle, he will look good, and he's a taller guard. That would make Space Age happy. But yeah, as far as the draft, unless it's a top 3 pick, Rockets, get up there with that, get some lottery luck. I think they're going to trade the pick. Maybe package it with Cam, Justin, and get someone else. Get a veteran in return to help help the Rockets get a shooter or something that you guys think the Rockets need. But your overall thoughts of the game? The game just kind of it seemed strange to me. It seemed kind of disjointed. The flow, first quarter was full of flow because there was no defense played, or very little defense played. Jalen ended the second quarter getting a technical foul call on him. So the third quarter started with Ant at the free throw line. Ant missed the free throw. Chris Finch got a tee. He's complaining about no calls. Ant complained about no calls. Ime wasn't happy about some of the non-calls. This this was kind of strange. And it wasn't a replay. I didn't see a replay of that either. It seemed like both guys got wrapped up, and it could have been worse, but nothing happened. But there's a new name. Thank you very much. Greenhouse. We need a true backup point guard that can shoot. A true backup point guard. That is not Aaron Holiday, as y'all know. What do I think about Ace Bailey's game? I think he's good enough to. The Rockets would take a chance. Not take a chance. They draft him as a top 3 pick. Beyond the top 3, I don't think the Rockets would draft anybody. And of course, we can still more and more. It looks like to me, and I'll ask you guys what y'all think about Rafael and his comment that he repeated that they had Reed Shepherd as the number 1 player on their draft board. Ooh. Okay. Yep. Ant was getting in with fans and walking out of the tunnel at halftime. He got in with somebody. First half, he talking to somebody else on the. He was just in it. He just likes to talk. Let's see, Justin with a comment here. What is the comment? What's the comment? Let's see. What is it here? Justin doesn't like the feeling that in the last seconds we have to worry about if the young guys will inbound the ball the right way. And even though he did not have a turnover tonight, Amen Thompson, once again, numerous times, jumped up in the air to pass the ball, and jumped numerous times. And I'm just shaking my head like, oh, boy. Yeah, I think he probably will. I think with Jabari back, Fred returning to the lineup, if not Saturday, next week, the youngsters like Reed, Cam, their minutes were going to shrink even more, making a push for the playoffs. So Reed probably will go back down to the G League because he's not going to get a lot of time as they're making a playoff push. So yeah, just get with it. And there was that too. It was third quarter. Ant started out third quarter, missed a few threes, and then he attacked the basket and had success. And then Ime reiterated to his players how he wanted them to defend and guard Ant. So they made some adjustments. Fourth quarter, Ant kind of settled 4 threes and giving up the ball, passed to his teammates and hoping they made shots. And they didn't. They didn't come through enough in the fourth quarter to help Minnesota win. Rockets said thank you, and we'll take the dub and move on. He has to know it. He leaps up to pass. He has to know it because I know coaches hell, teammates tell him he's got to break that habit. He was lucky tonight that there weren't turnovers because he does it. And if y'all have a Rocket viewing party, really, truly, have a drinking game with a man. Every time a man jumps up to pass the ball, drink. Y'all might be drunk at halftime because he jumps up to pass, man. Oh yeah, Ant talks. Ant likes to talk. He's a talker. No question. He likes to talk. Yes. So so y'all see it. It's noticeable. It hasn't. Well, sometimes it has bit him in the butt in Rockets. Not as often as I think it will. As more and more teams see it on video, I think it will be an issue. Could be an issue come playoff time. But, hopefully, well, not hopefully, when Fred starts playing again, Amin won't have the ball as much in his hands as a facilitator. So hopefully his jump passes will be less of an issue and he'll just be a cutter, dunker spot, things like that. Let's see. Jabari's former teammate to the Rockets. Who would that be? Who are you referring to, Terry? A certain tall fella? Who are you referring to? But real quick, of course, reminder if you're just now joining, Rockets beat Minnesota. Final score 121-115. To, I guess, what is now still a game ahead of the Lakers. Still the same tie, 21 losses in the loss column with the Lakers, but they have 2 more wins than LA. Rockets 35-21. Rockets shot the ball well overall. First quarter was sensational. And see, Jerry's still here, still chiming in. Jerry, this is for you, man. You should know this.
This jig is the gas face, man.
Second quarter, my mistake. First quarter,
In
this.
your face. Swish.
So again,
In your face. Swish.
but yes, the second quarter was gas face and a lot of this. A lot of it. Brick. But the Rockets won the game. 121-115. Third quarter, decent shooting. 10 for 22 overall, 3 for 7 from 3. Same in the fourth quarter, decent, almost 50%, 7 for 16 overall, 1 for 3 from 3. Jalen Green scored 9 of his team high 35 points in the fourth quarter. Efficient, 12 for 24 overall, 5 for 11 from 3. 6 for 9 from free throw line. Alperen Sengun with a unique stuffing stat sheet line, 24 points, 8 for 21 on shots, 8 for 10 free throws, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, 8 turnovers. 8. Amin Thompson, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 0 turnovers. In his first game back in quite a while, after his freak injury in practice, Jabari Smith, 15 points, 4 for 6 from 3, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 5 turnovers in 38 minutes. First game back. It's good to be young. 38 minutes. 38 minutes. Whew. Yeah, that's what I thought you were referring to, Terry. That's what I thought you were talking about. Yep. Walker Kessler. But Jerry said, "Yeah, score was close enough that he was holding his breath until it was over." Based on the last 2 games, uh, do I think shooting coach is doing Alpi a disservice? 4 years in the league, and his perimeter game just isn't there. Mm, uh, correct. Ime said no minutes restriction. He did say that, but still, 38. That's a lot. That's a lot. Third most on the team. 38. But back to this. Mm, I mean, he's still what 23% from three. So that's a down year. I don't say it's a disservice. It's just a down year for him. I kind of go with Justin. I think it's Justin or Thrillo. Sometimes on Alpi's 3-point shooting, he hesitates. Study long, study wrong. And so when he hesitates and rather just take it in rhythm, he decreases his chance of making a shot. But beyond that, I really don't. I'd rather him be in the paint, work on a mid-range game and things like that. Him as a 3-point shooter, not that big of a deal to me. Yeah, mid-range. Again, I think because he had a shot, what was it, third quarter? Third or fourth quarter, I think Ant was guarding him. He passed up a shot there. He was open. Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. Don't think about it. Shoot it. And the layups, and the layups he's missing, the shots are rolling off the rim. His lack of explosiveness is an issue sometimes. He tries to flip them up sometimes. He does use the backboard at times. The wrong spin on the shot. He's missing the layups all kinds of different ways. So that is an issue. Just got to work on it. Jabari is like a superstar role player. Interesting. Space Age saying his point, he doesn't like to work on a weakness, which is clearly his perimeter game. I think he works on it. We're just not seeing the fruits of that work. That's the issue. That's what we're talking about. He works on it. It's just not, he does it in practice. He works on it. Just not happening in games. That's the difference. WK, and yeah, this is true as well. I mean, Jalen struggles around the rim. Tari, y'all know a lot. If Tari not dunking it, he misses shots around the rim. It's not a dunk. So that's that's an issue team wide. But yeah, he wasn't. He's a low post scoring threat. Games Harden, how are you doing? Thank you for chiming in. Out of Jalen and Şengün, who do I think will be here long term? Şengün. That hasn't changed. Yeah, Şengün. How are you doing? Sugami, yeah. Alpi, that hasn't changed. I have that. Nothing has changed on that yet. No. It's not work ethic. Alpi is one of the hardest workers on the team. I think part of his issue, getting back to it, he works on it in practice, but in games, he thinks about it. So it's in his head, mid-range to the 3-point line. So he's hesitating. So he's not comfortable with those shots. That's his issue. He's not comfortable with them anymore. So he's taking a step back this year. He's still an all-star. I mean, he's still an all-star. Now, we need to look at his stats and see what his numbers are overall from 15 feet and out. But he's still an all-star. I want to see him do a better job attacking the double teams, being more aggressive and recognizing where the other team is coming from quicker, making better decisions. That's what I want him to see him do. His perimeter shooting, that's what you got teammates for. Jabari, Jalen, Dylan, Reed, Fred. I really don't want Alpy taking a lot of outside shots. I want him to get his work done, let him eat in the paint and finish better around the rim. That's more of a concern for me. No doubt. He came through. 15 points, 9 rebounds, 4 for 6 from 3. So his 3-point shooting, he continued that because he was shooting the ball well before he entered his hand from 3. So that's a good sign. You can see the impact, the benefit of having Jabari healthy is to the team. He can help play at the 5. He can be a versatile defender. He can space the floor. So that's a plus. And agree with Terry right here. Alpy, he needs to be quicker with his moves and quicker with his decisions when it comes to shooting from the outside. Be aggressive and confident in your shot. And you can live with it. If you're going to hesitate outside, just pass the ball. Because he's hesitating, talking about Şengün. He doesn't trust the shot. So if that's the case, don't shoot it. Pass it. Pass it and get back on the block. Or get close to the rim. Be more aggressive. And this is a team issue. Right? That is a team issue. The Rockets, too many times, they rather take the tough shots rather than the easy shots. And talking about the Joker, yeah. Joker, it's instinctual for him. He just reacts to what the defense is doing. Bam. Cutter, shot, pass, whatever. He reacts to it all. Talking about a Hall of Famer and a guy who's 4 years in the league. So, all right, everybody. That'll do it because it's late. And I got a long day tomorrow. ESPN Game Day is here in town for the Cougs Iowa State game. Iowa State without 2 of their best players, but still got to get it done for Houston. If you're going to Houston, you can get there like at 5:30. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 9. Game's at 1. So long, long day. But yeah, Joker's a Hall of Famer. He's just on another level. Jerry, you gonna watch the game tomorrow? You gonna be at the game? You gonna be at Fertitta Center? Top 10 matchup. But everyone, subscribe to the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. I think I will do a Rockets post-game show after the Utah game on Saturday. Y'all might have to carry me through because I'm not going to be able to watch the first half. So just in the game, Rockets should win. I mean, Tari won't play. Good back-to-back, things of that sort. But it's the game the Rockets should win. Lock in. Don't give Utah life. Rockets are not OKC. OKC thrashed Utah tonight. But still, Rockets are better than Utah. They need to play like it in the first quarter as soon as possible. Don't give Utah hope. Don't let them hang around and think they can win this game. Subscribe to the channel. Click on that bell so you can receive notifications when new shows are posted. Agreed. Well put. And let me do this for everyone for the great comments. Give everyone a collective salute. And let me see. Let's see. I have new audio file. I'm waiting to use it. I forgot about that. I had it, but actually, no, I'll wait. real quick. So I'll play it tomorrow, see if it comes in handy tomorrow. Jerry says it. Utah game Saturday has a trap game all over it. Got a big win tonight. You need to handle business against a bad team tomorrow. And tomorrow is today because it is Saturday morning. Yes. In fact, I am going to use it. I'm going to, because of Jerry's statement and Solo statement, I'm going to use it. This is the new audio file right here.
That's a bold statement.
Okay.
That's a bold statement.
So, yeah. Going into my bag, add more things to the bag. Everyone, thank you as always for your time. Spread the word about this post-game show. It's unlike any other Rockets post-game show on the interwebs. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. Wrapping it up. As always, as you know, you've been a loyal follower, supporter of the Houston Roundball Review. This is not news to you when I say it, but I enjoy saying it because it is true. Since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review. Local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
Game over.